Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a mid-monthly reading for January 2019, and it focuses on the areas of love and relationships and career and finance. For the reading, the love and relationship portion, I will be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot by Los Scarabeo, and I'll also pull a Romance Angels card. And for the finance portion, I use the Gilded Tarot by Sarah Marchetti and pull an additional oracle card from the Life Purpose deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the info can be found in the description box below this video. I would also encourage you, if you haven't already, to take a look at your 2019 overview. It's a special reading that I put out at the beginning of each year, and it just gives you a good idea of what's coming up, during each month of this year. So I will put the links for those as well in the description box below the video. All right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Hi Aquarius, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading. So we'll start off with your career and finance portion of the reading. You have in the past position, so the energy heading into the last 2 weeks of the month, the Four of Cups, followed by Major Arcana number 11, Justice, and the outbound energy for the month, Major Arcana number 7, the Chariot. And from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks, you have the Ace of Swords. And from the Life Purpose deck, your oracle card is Time to Decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. And it looks like, it looks like a great reading, really, for both of them. And you actually have, I haven't gotten to this yet, but you have the Chariot. It came out in both readings in the same position, so that's interesting. But here, going back to the first reading, we have half of the reading made up of Major Arcanas. We have 1 Ace and 1 Cups card. And it looks as though, there is a decision to be made. You could be receiving over the next couple of weeks this news that you, maybe you've been waiting for it for quite a while. Maybe within your current place of work, you have been feeling bored, not happy, stagnant. This is very stagnant energy, the Four of Cups. The Suit of Cups, it deals with our emotions, it deals with our feelings, and also how, in this case, how we feel about sort of the work that we do. Does it really fulfill us emotionally? Are we just really doing the job just to get a paycheck at the end of the week or month? Is it something that we've always hoped of doing? And you see that the person on the card, he looks, very bored. And there's like this ace, this holy grail, this new opportunity is hanging out right there. But it's like he doesn't even really, he's not paying attention to it. He doesn't see it. So there's a lot of, very bored type of energy surrounding the Four of Cups. So you could have been feeling, just very bored doing what you're doing right now. And a lot of times, when we're in a place of work or, we're doing a particular job, sometimes we just get to that point where it's like you've put in all of the energy that you can put in. You've done everything you can do. You've sort of, grown within the place as much as you can, and it's time to move on. So there could be this sense of, now is time. And you have, a very karmic card sitting in the center of the reading. The Justice card is all about karma, right? It's all about this sort of cause and effect. And so if you have not been treated, or maybe in the past, you felt as though things weren't very fair for you as far as, the job that you were doing or wanting to move on to get into a new position, it's like now the scales of justice are being, they're balancing out now. So things are going in your favor. The Justice card can also speak of legal contracts. So this could be you signing, documents, legal documents, whether this is on a personal, more personal level, or within the workplace, signing a new work contract. This can also have to do with dealing with the court system. So if you are, typically this is, it's positive. We do have the sun depicted here. So this positive outcome of any type of legal proceedings or dealing with the courts, judges, lawyers. But it's really about, cause and effect. The Justice card is very much about how our past actions, are now affecting us in the present, and, how really the only thing we can influence at this point is the present, because that will ultimately affect our future. So this cause and effect. So what we choose to do now, if we choose to move out of this one job, that choice is going to be sort of bringing in, this new future that's going to be, it's going to look very different for you, right? It's going to be, you are actually, even though these are major arcanas, and there's, like I said, it's a very karmic component to it, your actions here in the present are ultimately, and decisions here in the present are going to affect your future. So be mindful of that with the decisions that you take. And then with the Chariot card is the outbound energy. This is a card of victory. And you actually have two victory cards, right? The Ace of Swords, the Chariot, they're both of them speak of victory. This Chariot, the woman, I think is interesting in this deck because the woman, she's sitting there and she's moving forward. So there's this forward momentum, heading towards something, but she's looking off in this opposite direction. So I get the feeling that there's still something you're trying to figure out. There's still something, that you, even though there might be this, new opportunity coming in, you might still be trying to figure out all of the details. This card can also mean, movement. So travel, moving across land, traveling to a new place. This new opportunity might be at a distance from you. And yes, she's controlling these opposing energies, right? We have the sort of light and dark, the yin and yang. But it's interesting that in this deck, they're depicted as sphinxes. Sphinxes, we always think of them as, holding riddles, right? And you have to solve the riddle of the sphinx. So it's like she doesn't have all of the information yet. But even so, even though she's still sort of figuring things out, she's moving forward. So I feel that even though there might be things that, maybe you know that you want to move, you want to take this job, but you're trying to figure out, okay, well, how am I going to pay for this move? How am I going to, move everything out of my place and get to this new location? I'm by myself, I'm single, it's that type of, you're still trying to figure things out, but you know that you need to head in this new direction. And it's really just kind of clarified with the messages, reaffirmed by the Ace of Swords, because this is, again, a card of victory, right? The Chariot is a card of victory after some type of, or overcoming obstacles, right? The Ace of Swords is aces in the tarot, they're blessings. So these are brand new opportunities coming in, new cycles. With this being the suit of swords, of the mind, the intellect, it can be a brand new way of thinking, right? It can also be gaining clarity on a situation, like having this moment of epiphany. It's like all of a sudden it makes sense to you, or all of a sudden, you receive the information that kind of you need to make this decision and to move forward. It can also be a new opportunity, a new offering, a new beginning, right? So this could be a new job offering coming in for you. Maybe this clarity of mind is tied in with this trying to figure things out, right? So there's something you're trying to figure out, but I feel that by the time you get to the end of the month, you have everything you need to make this decision, and it all of the pieces begin to fit together, and it's just like it makes sense, right? This could be you needing to have, or you gaining this new perspective, seeing things differently. This again might have to do with if there's a move involved, this might be you even changing your way of thinking, right? Or kind of figuring things out to help solve this dilemma of, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? It's like you have this aha moment coming in. And the Oracle card, let me find my guidebook. It's time to decide. And it says, the angels ask you to be very honest with yourself and them about your dreams and desires. What do you want? What do you wish to change? What are you waiting for? Allow yourself to acknowledge your genuine feelings. Have the courage to admit your dreams. This card indicates that if you can dream it, you can do it. The angels are encouraging you to explore your options and take charge of your life. After all, your work comprises a major portion of your daily activities. You, like everyone, deserve to spend time in meaningful and enjoyable ways, which is kind of what I was picking up. I think it actually ties in very well with the reading, because there is this, what is it that makes you happy? Because, maybe what you have been doing, it doesn't truly, it's not what your soul desires. It doesn't truly bring you happiness. And so there is this need, and there's a balancing coming in with the Justice card, and there's truth coming in, and things are being righted, and things are finally, going in your favor here. The scales of justice are being leveled out, or being equaled, and then there's a forward momentum, there's a victory, there's this new opportunity coming in. But there's something to do with, you either needing to change your way of thinking or decide upon something, and then just go for it, right? With the Chariot card and with 2 victory cards, I mean, it's definitely very positive for you, okay? All right, let's move on to your love and relationship reading. And you have some interesting cards here as well. I'll get to those. So you start off in the past position with the 7 of Wands, followed by the the 9 of Cups. Maybe there's a new love offering coming in. I don't know why I wanted to say Knight without. And for the outbound, you have the Chariot. This is number 7 of the Major Arcana. And from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the 7 of Cups. So you actually have 3 7s in your spread, which means 3 7s indicate good luck, right? So extremely good luck coming in as far as your relationships or love goes. You start off with the 7 of Wands, which can be, kind of a difficult energy. And you see that the men here, they're putting up this barricade, right? They're putting the sandbags, they're positioning the wands are actually using to sort of shore up, to hold up the bags here, the sandbags. And the man is looking around. He's looking very, very worried. He's on the defensive here. So in the past, there could have been this sense of defensiveness, right? You on the defensive, not wanting to allow others into your life. This could have something to do with, past relationships, just recovering from past relationships. Maybe you've had a difficult breakup, or a divorce, and it's like now even thinking about getting back out into, the sort of the dating world. You are in this kind of, I don't know, I'm not really sure if I want to do that, right? It's called the Flood in this particular deck, and it talks about defense and overcoming obstacles, self-affirmation. And it's interesting because usually, like in the traditional tarot, the 7 of Wands is kind of, it's like this this warrior type of figure who is, defending himself, and he's able to, or herself, and able to, fend off the attackers or the foes, and is always in this very defensive position. Sometimes it has to do with defending or needing to defend yourself, your ideas, right? This is the Suit of Wands, which has to do with the day-to-day matters in life, but also it can be like creativity, creative projects, our own ambition and drive, determination for the things that we do. So sometimes this is when, you're needing to sort of stand your ground and defend yourself and overcome obstacles, and, and really just, it's you on the defensive for whatever reason. But it does sit in the past. So for many of you, you've already experienced this energy. And, the remaining cards are just so happy and upbeat. So I feel that, even though there might still be this sort of feeling of, oh, I don't know if I really want to open myself up. I don't know if I can let my guard down. You have this beautiful wish. This is the minor arcana version of the Star card. The 9 of Chalices, 9 of Cups is the wish upon a star. It's dreams coming true. It's wish fulfillment. It's putting your dreams out, putting your wishes out into the universe and then having them come true, right? It's a beautiful energy. It's a very upbeat energy. It's a very happy energy. You can see that in this particular deck, they're actually, you know, out in the countryside, and they're enjoying this picnic together, and everybody looks very happy, and they're laughing, and, you know, it's just a really pretty an upbeat scene. And it speaks of, you know, physical well-being. It speaks of material success, abundance, emotional fulfillment, harmony, peace, happiness. So I think that, and it is like all together here, right? There's a group of people. So there could be, you know, for some of you, there could be an emphasis on friends and getting together with friends at this time. There could be even meeting a new person through a group of friends. This could be, you know, wish fulfillment. So whatever it is, if you have wished for, you know, a new relationship to start up, this could be coming in for you. And we do have, again, the victory card, the 7, which is the chariot. And interesting, you know, in this deck, we have this sort of more traditional depiction of the light and the dark energies, right? This coming together of the yin and yang energies. So this, you know, the fusion of that. We also have the sun. He's holding this beautiful sunflower, and he's moving forward. And so there's a, you know, there's a very upbeat sort of forward momentum with this particular chariot card. But it does come after obstacles. Like I was saying up here with the other one, you know, this is usually victory after some type of, you know, after a difficult period, after overcoming obstacles. So this might be, you know, a little difficult to sort of get over or get past this, you know, feeling defensive. But there is a victory at hand here with this chariot. And in this particular deck, he's called the Brilliant Messenger. And it speaks of a springtime reawakening. So for some of you, this could, you know, sort of roll over. I know we're looking at the end of January, but it might, the energies might extend into the springtime or this new, and we also have this picture of them, you know, looking very, looks like springtime. And then the picture on this card kind of looks like springtime with all the flowers and the butterflies. So there could be something to do with this spring. You know, it might, this new opportunity, new relationship might appear during the springtime. And it has to do with, again, forward momentum, heading out towards, you know, a new destination. It has to do with even taking the initiative and, you know, being enthusiastic about taking that initiative. And with the 7 of Cups as the overall energy, this is a card of choices, right? Of needing to, you can see that she's being carried away here by the butterfly. And we have all of these cups sort of dangling below her. And, you know, sometimes this card, when you're, like if you're thinking about getting back out into the dating world, and you might sort of start off by going on to dating apps or dating sites, something like that. And so you're checking out, you know, all of the different profiles and thinking, well, this one might be nice and that one might be nice. So you're sort of weighing them all up. But until you actually, you know, or until this girl picks one of the cups, right, unties one from here and chooses that one cup for herself, they're all just very much up in the air. And it's this, you know, very sort of daydreamy, fanciful type of energy. So there might be a need to, you know, to actually focus, to choose, to pick one particular person, or, you know, make this decision and then move forward with it. It's called the Flight of the Butterfly in this particular deck, and it has to do with, you know, pretty much like I was explaining, the traditional meaning of the card, you know, as being this very daydreamy energy, and it has to do with fantasy and imagination and even false hopes and impossible dreams. And so there's a need to be more realistic, possibly, you know, by choosing one of these cups and just getting out of this, you know, dreamy, what could happen, might happen type of energy, and focus on this one, whoever that one is, right, that ace. And we have worth waiting for, which, you know, if this is to come, if this is sort of playing out now, but even into the springtime. And this card says about divine timing. Let me read you the full description for this card. It says your soulmate relationship requires patience as there are many factors involved. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your or the angel's control, as is the readiness of both of you for true love. This card comes to you as a reminder that this relationship is worth waiting for. Divine timing is a universal law that is always in operation. It is the flow of everything. If we try to impose our human will and force things to happen, we become out of sync with nature and experience blockages. Similarly, if we fret, when will I meet my soulmate? We put worry energy out into the universe. The romance angels have heard and answered your prayers for a soulmate, and they are working behind the scenes to bring this to you. Your role is to listen to and follow your intuition, even if this seems unrelated to your desire. Your intuition is like a guide dog leading you along the path of answered prayers. Follow your intuition and trust in the timing of the relationship. And, putting your wishes out there. You have this 9 of chalices. So I think that, there could be a timing issue. And so this could be coming in more towards the springtime. But it's like the energies are surround, they're around you now, and things are starting to move forward, right? You're starting to get this forward momentum with the Chariot card. And, good luck. 3 7s, you have good luck. It's definitely, and this is a very positive card, the 9 of Cups. But there might be, a need to be more grounded, to sort of focus your energies, and then, to allow divine timing to kind of play out here. So overall, looks like a good rest of the month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of January. Bye for now.